Hello, crafty friends. Sparkle here. Say, today we're working on a project for Monday, February 28th, and it's a puzzling piece. So what I did was I took some Dollar Tree puzzles, and I'm a little slow. It took me a while to realize that um, the less pieces in the box means the bigger the pieces are. So I think these were like 12 in a box or something. Anyway, um, to save some time, I already added some gesso, acrylic gesso, to this one because it has to dry for a while. And since I put this down early, I'll have to cover it with some paper. And then we're going to be adding napkins to them. So this one I did. And to add the napkins, this one I used it without putting gesso on it. I used the opposite side. So you can see through it a little bit, but I don't care. But we use I use the decoupage, or you can use collage podge or mod podge, and that you put a layer of that down, you put your napkin on, and then you put another layer of this on top, which I already did. So we're ready to take this off. But I'll show you how to cover one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're going to cover this one. And this will be the finished results. So it's just a simple tag. I've added some gold uh, gilder's wax on it. So I like that look, and it's got some rhinestones and a tag that's popped up and a piece of a postage stamp. And then it's got some keys and a little bow pin and some twine. So these will be cute in a pocket in a journal. So let's see. We already did the gesso. We don't need to do that. Okay. So this piece is ready to be worked on. Let's get this one set up so then we can work on this one. So napkins come in different plies. Sometimes they're 2-ply and sometimes they're 3-ply. So you can get this off of various ways. Some people just put glue on their fingers. Let's try that. And then you can just pull them apart. And okay. So you can save this. It's like tissue paper, or you can toss it. I have plenty. I'm going to toss it. Okay. Then make sure you've got the right side up. And we put our puzzle piece down. And we're going to put some decoupage on here. And then I like mine crinkled. But it'll just look crinkled when we get done with it anyway. So you put your decoupage, this, and then another coat on top. And then you have to let it dry. It's got some. So we're just going to pour just a wee bit in the lid here. Okay, we don't need much. Oops. Way much. So let me wipe that off my hand. I don't need a gesso hand or decoupage or whatever it is. Okay, so we got that on. And then you're just going to put your napkin on and smooth it out. In this case, I want some wrinkles, so I'm just letting it fall where it falls. Okay, and make sure it's not stuck to my board. Okay, so we're just going to let this one sit. and let that dry. Let's um, let's do the top too. We could do that now. Okay, this is the same method you would do on a page in your book or when you're decoupaging anything. It's the layers. And put that in some water to let that set. I'll have to wipe this off later so it doesn't stick. Okay, so when it's done and it's all dry, there's several ways you can remove it. It's a little bit harder on a puzzle. If it was in my book, I would just take my water pen here and go around the edges, and then it comes right off. Okay, but because it's a puzzle, it's a little harder. Or you could just take your finger and get real close and pull it away. Okay, so we'll take off as much as we can. Then you can use several things. If you have sandpaper, which I don't, or emery board, or little scissors, you could go around and just give it a trim like this. And like I said, because it's a puzzle piece, it's a little more intricate. But you could do that, and that would be fine. Okay. Or you could take an emery board and just go, and that'll take it off as well. And I'll do this off camera in a minute so I don't irritate anybody that doesn't like these noises. Okay? And you would just go around and that would take off the edges perfectly. Okay? Or you can use a tool like this. It's a file, and I got these from Harbor Freight, and there's like, I don't know, a dozen of them in a pile in a package. And there's different ones. That's 12 needle files. So I had to get my own because I didn't want to keep asking hubby to borrow his. There's a round one if I can find it. I think this is the round one. And I just try to go usually in one direction so I don't tear something. Yeah, so I'm going to go off camera just for a minute and get this done so I don't bother you all. Hold on, please. So I have to admit, that part is a little putsy, but you could always cover them with paper and, just trim them out too. Okay? So I think I'm satisfied with that. So we want to take, okay, stop sparkle. I want to take some Gilder's paste. And what I did, I just used my finger, is I went around all the edges and I scuffed it up here. Now this one, like I said, has the paper underneath it, so you might see some color coming through, but that's okay. So we're just gonna get all the edges. And doesn't that look nice? And we'll just put a little bit back here just because this one had some gesso on it already. That'll finish that off. So we got that done. With my finger a little bit. So then all we did to decorate it was, I'm going to use my new crocodile, and I'm going to punch a hole up here, and I want a 1/8 hole. So for those of you that don't know how to use this, there's 3 settings up here. There's a 3/16, and then the hole comes down here, right there. And then there's a 1/8, it's right there. And then there's the one to do the eyelet. So we're going to go back to the 1/8, and I'm just going to put this under it, and it punches like butter. Beautiful hole. Then I will take an eyelet, and I have this set up already, but this moves and you can change your settings, and I have this set at I believe it's C3. That's the 3, and this is C3. So these move. These little cubes move. So we want to put our eyelet in. You don't have to do this. And I just want to make sure it goes in the right place. Sparkle. Well, I have to put it by the eyelet. It wasn't seeing the eyelet. That's my problem. Okay, I need a little more power. My hands, are broke. When I say my hands are broke, it's because I had surgery, and I had these joints replaced, and now they don't work like they're supposed to work, so they're broke. So we have that, and we have a key, and a ball pin, and we have a stamp, and we have a word. This says journal, so maybe this will end up in my journal. And a bunch of my little pop dots. I like to use them. We're just going to put a word on there. And take one of our decorative stamps, and we'll just we'll glue that on. And we'll take our charm and our bowl pin and a piece of twine. I'd say about 10 inches. Put that through. We'll tie it. Tie it again. And we'll set this on top. And there you have it, my friends, a piece of the puzzle. Okay, so these two are done. This one is done except for the back. So we can cover it with a piece of paper. And you'll do it the same way, except this we're just going to add some glue. Regular glue is fine. And then just cover it. Suppose I could have used different paper, but done now. And then we're just going to cut this out. I'll just use these little scissors. So this is a little bit easier to cut out paper, is what I was saying before. But the same thing, you could use your tools to shave it, file it. So, yeah, I hope you're all having a great day, great weekend. My son will be here in a couple days, so that's going to be a fun visit. And his wife. Okay. Let's get this all cleaned up here. All right. So again, I'll go off camera and just file this real quick. Okay, so this one is all cleaned up. It's got something on the back. Let's add some Gilder's paste. This one we're just getting it done. You could use ink, of course. You could take a black, like a watercolor pencil and wet it and go around it. That would look nice too. Okay, so let's decide where we want to put our heading, our thing. I think I want to punch my hole here this time. So again, go to the 1/8. And get your punch. Get your eyelet. We moved it to the eyelet. The eyelet setting is up front. I'm going to stand up this time. A little bit more. Just a little bit more. Okay. Very good. Then we'll take a sticker. Yeah, these are very plain, but they're very cute. Um, let's put our word down here. And let's take one of our stamps and our glue stick. And maybe put it up here. And then we need a charm and a ball pin. Now, if you didn't want to put the string on it, you could put it right here without the twine. And that could just be a little charm. And again, you could have punched the holes in any of these, anywhere that you'd like. But that's that. I was going to add some little rhinestones on these. I like the mixed metals. Some people don't, so then you can do it all gold or all silver. So let's put 3 down here. Let's put 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 and 3. And just line them up where you want them. Okay. And let's see. Put these up here. I like the way the wax gilder's paste, how it looks on this and on this napkin. I just like it. Let's put 3 over here. Okay, let's flip them over. I still got glue on my fingers. Okay, get them in place. And this one already has them on. And this one I'll finish off camera because I have to do all the sanding. But you've got the gist of it. And like I said, it's a puzzling piece. Have a beautiful day. Bye.